If you're still rocking with us, you already know this is Premium Panthers Talk.
Now go ahead and hit that like button like it's a blitz off the edge, fast, aggressive, with no hesitation.
Go ahead if you got a second, drop a comment down below and let us know your dream pick. Who would you like to see us get at 8? Who is your dream pick? And who would you, I guess, for a lack of better terms, who would you see us getting that would make you turn the TV off?
I like that. I mean, because that's what we hit last night. I mean, I think it's super important. So if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Right? Like, hit that button like you're securing Bryce Young in a clean pocket. That's all I'm trying to say right now. So, sir, let's well, I wish I had the ESPN sing ding 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 ding. And that was a horrible impersonation of that song, of that tune. That's it. That was solid. So what I did was I wanted to go ahead and share my screen here, and let's see if we can. Let's see. I'm gonna go mock draft simulator, and you should be able to see.
Oh snap!
Oh,
there
like that? You like that? So
Techie.
I'm thinking that we should entertain the fans a little bit and tell them, you know, how we think the draft's going to play out. All 32 picks. I'm not really worried about trades because that's going to be unpredictable, and we could sit here and banter all day about how much it's worth it. When we hit a place that could be a trade, feel free to say, hey, I think the first move would be a trade, but I think what I'm going to do here is just go ahead and pick. So I gotta be like that, but I think I'm gonna have you lead us off and give us the first pick of the draft of the Big P and Swift Panther Pedigree first and final mock draft. We'll be better about this next year because obviously we will have some lead up to it, and we'll probably be on by now probably version 7.0. But we're just happy to be back with you fans and fellow Panther fans. And we just want to do a first and final because by the time you're watching this, it'll be the draft is tonight. So, all right, Swift, I'm going to give you the Tennessee Titans pick. Why don't you go ahead and lead us off, my man?
I won't overcomplicate it. I think the Titans are very quarterback needy. They're quarterback desperate. I don't think Will Levis has turned out well over there. Not saying he's a bad quarterback.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential. He's still young. I just think the Titans fans are desperate. They're needy. Not needy. They're desperate. They're hungry. They want to see some kind of success. You've seen guys come in, Joe Burrow, CJ Stroud now, who won Rookie of the Year last year. The fans nowadays, they want to see quick change.
Absolutely.
And I think a guy like Cam Ward, who I'd have them taking, can change programs and turn things around. Miami was not relevant in the ACC last year.
Yeah.
Washington State was, before Cam Ward, was not relevant at all.
Yep.
Washington State took the Pac-12 at the time by storm.
Yep.
And Miami was a team to watch out for. Granted, they got a lot of critique because of the defense. The defense wasn't that great, right. But Cam Ward showed he can go into a situation and essentially make the offense better.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I think they go Cam Ward.
I think it's a great pick. I'm also going to not overcomplicate this. I think when you're the Cleveland and you have so many holes to fill, and you have a guy that could potentially fill 2 of those holes, I say don't walk. You run that draft card in, and you go grab Travis Hunter.
Travis, I want to see him go to Carolina, but I'm delusional.
I feel you. I listen.
No,
I would not hesitate. I mean, I would not hesitate to enjoy having a Mr. Travis Hunter in Carolina.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick. Especially after the Browns went and got. I think you told me this. You made a great point. I was like, you know what, you're right. They went and got Joe Flacco, right? Okay.
No, that was in the Indianapolis Colts. They went and got Joe Flacco to back up Anthony Richardson.
Richardson?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
All right. What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, he was at Cleveland. It was a couple years
He
ago
was, yeah, he was at
on
Cleveland. Yeah.
their
One
little
of his most
playoff
recent
stint.
stops. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm thinking the wrong team. All
You're
right. So
good.
this one, in that case, then this one could get interesting.
Okay.
I'll keep it quick, but I think Cleveland could also follow up with a quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't hate the idea of Travis. You get a generational talent like that who can play both sides. I think it's a huge building piece to any franchise.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Oh man. So like
What we got?
you
3?
have actually, you know what? I was wrong. Joe Flacco is back in Cleveland. You were absolutely right. My bad. Joe Flacco is back. I had to
Oh,
you had me doubting myself, and I'm like, man, like yeah, he's
you told me this too. I knew
did,
I wasn't
did.
tripping.
You're right. You're right. I don't know why I reversed course and went and said he's in Indianapolis, but no, my bad. My bad.
No, that's okay. Then they had me overthinking. I'm like, wait,
No,
okay,
you're
so
right.
he's in
Right. So
Indianapolis. I was like,
it makes even
but
more
I was
sense
like, what? I
because
thought he was in
because
Indy when
yeah, no,
he
you're
played
right.
the Texans in the
You're
playoffs
right. You're right.
when he had
He's with Kenny Pickett now. He's with
comeback
Kenny
player of the
Pickett.
year or
Yeah,
whatever.
Kenny Pickett's in Cleveland. So ah,
Gotcha,
we'll get it right. All right. You
gotcha.
have the third pick of the draft. You're the New York Giants.
So that makes even more sense. I do
Okay.
like the idea of the Browns just riding. Maybe they're not too crazy about either of the two quarterbacks. They get a veteran guy, and you pair him up, someone like Travis with a guy like Joe Flacco,
Yeah.
and you also on the other side of the ball you have Denzel Ward.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
not too bad
Not horrible.
of a
Not
rookie
horrible.
year to get mentored by Denzel Ward and then also play alongside
Yeah.
a half decent veteran guy like Joe Flacco.
Absolutely. All right. So you have
Um,
the Giants pick.
with the Giants, sorry,
Yes. You're
Cleveland
good. You're
fans. Cleveland fans probably love me right now. I'm covering. They got the coverage today.
good.
The Giants. Let's see. Team needs quarterback, tackle, defensive interior. So now that they actually just signed Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson.
So they
So
got so
they
but Jameis is I mean, do you think he's gonna challenge to start? He's getting paid
Jameis,
backup money. He's getting paid backup money.
no.
Okay. So
Jameis is happy to be alive.
that
He's blessed.
he's
He's
so
blessed.
blessed. He is so
He's just
blessed.
happy. I mean, I love it. I'm starting. It's growing on me. I'm just loving the
Yeah.
vibe.
He's
He's just
just
happy to
funny.
be alive, man. He's
He
happy to
really
be on a
is.
team.
He really
No,
is.
that's Russell Wilson
I thought
all
so.
day. So next immediate need tackle, defensive interior, corner. So now that Travis is off the board, is this best available here?
Yeah,
Or squad?
this is PFF's ranking from their top 150, I believe, off there from 150 list.
So with Kayvon Thibodeau being going into a contract year, I
Ooh.
haven't heard much about him. What's going on with that? I think they get a successor. I don't see how you pass up on probably one of the top prospects in the draft.
I think he's the
Um,
best football player in the draft.
Abdul Carter, Penn State.
Yeah,
You just can't. You put him in the NFC East with Parsons.
yeah,
Um, I don't see how you pass up on it. You got two vet quarterbacks.
yeah,
They need everything.
yeah. I
But yeah,
agree.
it's a start. Pass rush is a start.
So what people may not know, we actually live in Massachusetts, so we have a pretty good feel of what the New England Patriots need and what they do. Although
Nine seven eight.
yeah, 978. We're not New England fans, but I can tell you, I listen to enough of their sports radio where I can tell you at this point, with them having Drake May, a guy that we both love dearly, they
Tar
definitely.
Heels.
I'm
Sorry,
telling you,
I'm done.
heels all day, heels all day. Drake needs a weapon, but I'm going to tell you what he needs more. He needs protection. Armand Mimbu from Missouri, tackle from Missouri.
Wow.
I think that's going to be the best move. Give that man protection, because Drake, I think, will be a dangerous man with just a calmness in the pocket if they can figure that out. And plus, that New England line has been just just a mess. Everything
Oh yeah,
post Beatty, post Belichick. But all right, my man.
I like it. I'm surprised, but I like it.
All
I
right.
I know a lot of Pats fans listening. I know you guys want Travis Hunter. I know you
Ain't
guys want a
happening. It's not
receiver,
happening. It's not
but
happening.
you got to build from the ground up. I honestly think, as a Panthers fans, I think building a O line is super important. You've seen
100%.
the change in Bryce Young, its play, um, after bulking up the O line. That's honestly the best start. You got to build it starts up front, so you got to build a
Yeah,
line.
absolutely.
Simple, plain.
Absolutely. So you have the
Uh,
Jacksonville Jaguars.
I do. I think we both can agree on this. Let's see. Team need. They could go receiver.
They could.
They could give Trevor Lawrence another weapon. Given that Christian Kirk left, and now they only have Brian Thomas. So I could see them going a couple ways about it. But I think their D line needs serious help. So I
Really?
see them going Mason Graham from
I
Michigan.
I like it.
He's one of the top defensive players aside from Abdul Carter. Shorter arms.
Yeah.
Uh, he's got shorter
Stocky, but he's
arms,
strong, man. He's
but
so
he's super
strong.
strong,
Yeah.
and he's been super successful at Michigan the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I don't honestly, I people love to overanalyze. That
Yeah.
people overanalyze Joe Burrow's hand size. He's
So
going to be
silly.
fine.
So
He's
silly.
going to be fine. I think he's
Yeah.
going to be a beast right off rip, like an Aiden Hutchinson kind of
Yeah.
effect. Not necessarily stat wise, but he's going to come in and kind of have that kind of effect in
Right.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, no, those interior defensive linemen, those guys, they don't get to rack up the stats. They have to affect the game in other ways by occupying double teams and so on and so forth. And Mason Graham feels like he for me, I feel like he's a two gap interior tackle. I think as an NFL baseline, you need to be a gap and a half to be a dominant and to be a good interior tackle. To be a dominant, I think you have to be a two gapper, right? You've got to be able to occupy two gaps and really make it miserable for the offensive line trying to block you. I truly believe Mason Graham will be a two gapper.
Yes.
All right, so I'm not going to get crazy here. I'm going to say Pete Carroll has spent a lot of his time with running backs that do a yeoman's work, and I know this is probably like not the most controversial pick, and I believe it's going to be the pick that they end up making unless something happens where somebody trades up in front of them. But I really believe that this is going to be a toss up for me between Ashton Gentry and probably Ted McMillan for them. But I'm gonna say, you know what, Ashton Genty is probably gonna be the best option for the Raiders. And Pete Carroll was super successful when he had a Marshawn Lynch and a dominant run game, and I think Ashton Genty is gonna be. I think he'll be a Las Vegas Raider by the end of tomorrow night or tonight, actually, when people watch this. So
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
all
Okay.
right, all right, all
I
right.
don't hate it.
All right. So
I don't hate it.
so you are the New York Jets GM now.
I see what you did. You wanted to pick for the Panthers.
Didn't happen on purpose. I don't
I'm
think
just
so.
kidding.
Maybe I
I'm
don't
just
know.
All right, so we got the Jets. It says first need is a quarterback. They just signed Justin Fields, so I don't see them going quarterback at 7.
I don't like that at all. Yeah, no.
They do need receiver help. I do like receiver help tackle. They could do a couple things. I think it's going to be kind of hard to pass up on. Also, they've been tagged to a tight end too. I've been seeing that. This one's tricky.
Yeah.
Jets. I could see the Jets possibly trading back, but I mean they could stay here. They just have they have good options.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I wouldn't say quarterback. I'm surprised that's the first team need.
I hate that. I hate that actually. I did. If anything, you can drop it down because Justin Fields is on a team friendly contract, and then you probably want somebody for the future. But I wouldn't lead off with a QB here.
I'm gonna go on a whim. I'm gonna say that they get a guy like a Will Campbell. I mean, he's one of the top offensive linemen in the draft.
Okay.
It's a little different. I don't think a lot of
It
people
is
have on the
different.
board, but
I don't think I've seen Will Campbell mocked to the Jets, but I like that, right? Because if you're if you're Aaron Glenn, right, you have a race year, right? But you need to make sure that you just took a flyer on Justin Fields. You want him to be able to operate. He obviously is not in Chicago anymore. He went to, Pittsburgh. That whole thing with Russell Wilson was a little bit of a, kind of a, crap show because he didn't get to play as much as, he probably would envision playing behind Russ. I think I think it's a smart move, right? You want to put Fields in the best position possible, and maybe you can make a little bit of noise in the AFC East. I like it.
Right.
I like it.
And I mean, Aaron Glenn first year.
Yeah.
I think it's not a bad move. I mean, you go get
No.
a guy, a surefire guy.
Yeah.
I've seen things. I don't know if he's going to play tackle. They've been talking about his arm length. Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
think that's a problem, but
No, I like Will
he
Campbell
has the
with
potential to
tackle.
play all five positions. So, I mean, if they move him at guard, or they keep him at tackle, I think that they could do something like that.
I like it. So here's the pressure. I didn't want now that I think about it, I wish I had taken the first pick of the draft and leave you with this one.
Hey man, it's all you. This is your moment.
This is my moment.
The fans are watching.
They're watching. So Tet McMillan is a no-go. I said very clearly if we draft Tet here, I'd be really upset because I don't feel like that's a great use of my first initial would be to take phone calls. Can we trade back? Right? Can we trade back? And I think we talked about on our first episode back. Maybe we can get something from the Steelers. Maybe they can package this up a deal where they can, maybe one of these teams is quarterback hungry that we don't know. They're trying to get rid of their guy. Unlike I'm pretty sure Burrow's staying, Murray's staying. Penix just starting. This is an area that I could see. Maybe they're not in love with Richardson. Maybe they're out on Richardson. I could see this one happening. Tua, I mean, his concussion issues. I mean, it could happen. I mean, the opportunity is there. Dak, Brock Purdy, Caleb Williams. These guys need a quarterback bad. Like they need to go. Yeah, Derek Carr he came up with some kind of shoulder issue. So I'd like to trade back, right? I would like to trade back, but I said we're not going to actually execute trades here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with my gut, what I think is going to end up being the pick, and I am going to go here. Trying to not elongate this any longer than it has to be, but I lost track of him. I thought I saw him. Oh, man.
I might have to go to positions.
There you go. I'll go positions. My bad. There we go. Let's go edge. Edge, you probably know where I'm going with this. Actually, that's even if they haven't qualified as an edge. They might have him just listed as linebacker. Yeah, you fans know what I'm looking for. You know what I'm looking for.
There he is. Right underneath. Those are honestly the two guys that were originally mocked. I know I was talking about it off air with you. Actually, at the beginning of before the season started, they actually had Panthers mocked to get the first pick in the draft this year. But they had us taking James Pierce Jr. I don't think he had as big of a season as people had hoped. But he's another big body on the edge. I don't think
James Pierce Jr. has prototypical size, man. He is a monster, a pure monster. But I did end up going with Jalen Walker. I'm going to bite. I'm going to bite here. I don't love his size. I don't love that it was 1 year production at that edge spot. I do believe that he could be like one of those kind of chess pieces that you can move around, like a Luvu, maybe a Micah Parsons light. I'm gonna bite though. I'm gonna bite on Jalen Walker. So
okay.
All right. I give you the Saints.
I'll keep it quick. I think keep him in the top 10 because I know people have been high on him. Actually, that's crazy. Shador, we don't even have Shador picked yet. That could happen though. I mean, I love Shador, but I do have a weird feeling about him dropping, maybe out of the top 10. Which could be interesting. I know Shador's been mocked to like the Giants potentially, or before they signed. Even still, honestly, they actually that could be interesting. maybe bringing him in. Yeah, I think they get Tet. I think they get Tet. I think a lot of people are big on him.
Ooh, really?
The
Okay.
Saints go get their new Michael Thomas,
Oh my gosh,
or
we have to
so
deal
they
with him
think.
twice a year. That would stink. After I
They need
talked all this crap about him.
receivers. Yeah, they need
Uh,
receivers. This always happens. A guy that we've been mocked to ends up going to a division rival
division rival. That always happens, man.
every time.
Uh,
So I can even remember back to when you wanted Brandon Cooks way
I
back
wanted
in the
him
day.
bad, man. I wanted him
Brandon
bad.
Cooks. The
All
Saints
right. Well,
jumped on him.
yeah. So I'm the Bears GM, and their needs are running back, which is so true. Um, D line and safety. I mean, I couldn't possibly draft a safety here. I know that Malachi Starks is getting a really high grade here, but I feel like if they wait, they're not going to be able to touch the second best running back in the entire draft, and they're going to go Amari and Hampton here.
Beast. And that would be interesting because that'll be two
Yeah.
running backs that go in the top 10, which is really rare nowadays.
Yeah, I can see it though. I really can see it. Omari and Hampton not being talked about a lot, and I feel like he fits what they're trying to do, and he's a young piece for Caleb Williams that they could grow together with.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. It's interesting how like over time that the value of the running back has been has
It's
went
weird.
down.
It's weird. Yeah. So now
But
you. Oh, go ahead.
I definitely get it. I
Yeah.
definitely get it.
So you're the GM of the 49ers.
All right. 49ers, good lord. I mean, they've lost so much. They lost
They have.
Debo.
Yeah.
They lost Debo. They lost
I mean, they got Ricky Pearsall
everyone.
though.
Parcel?
Ricky Pearsall.
Pearsall. Good lord. Let's see. They need a guard, tackle, D line,
Yeah.
cornerback. I think after losing a guy like I can't even Tre'Davious Ward.
Yep.
I think they go get the best corner in the draft. A Will Johnson. I think he's been a sleeper in
Yeah.
here. I
Yeah.
don't because just because of Travis.
Yeah.
I could see them going to get a guy like Will Johnson
Yeah.
and filling that gap for them at corner.
I have the unenviable burden of picking for the Cowboys. I could see them trying to make a move to go grab an Omari and Hampton. Maybe even like maybe I don't know if they would make a strong move to go get an Ashton Genty, but they need a running back and they need one bad. They also need wide receiver help, guard, and edge. Man, oh man, oh man. So the Cowboys really. There's a couple different mindsets I sit here. I feel like Dak like I see the pass catcher, and the Cowboys were always very scary when they had like a Jason Witten. So that's what's going to drive my pick for them to get Tyler Warren.
Okay. I like that.
I think what it does is it gives Dak a nice security blanket. And I think Tyler Warren will add to what the Cowboys can do. It's not the pick that I would want to see going against them because Tyler Warren's a beast, but I think it's the smartest move for them.
Okay. I actually don't disagree. I'm actually I could see Tyler Warren honestly going. He could go top 10 because I've seen
He
him
could. He's been
mocked
mocked
to
to the
I went a
Jets.
little different with the
Yeah.
Jets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see
Yeah.
him going the Jets, being a security blanket.
Yeah.
He's the best tight end in this draft
Absolutely.
class by far.
Absolutely. Miami.
I'll try to be quick. Guard, tackle, defensive interior. I know they need help on the O line. Bad.
Yeah.
Tua is Jesus Christ.
Family show. Be careful. No, I'm joking.
Can we go to best available offensive lineman or tackles
well,
if
best
possible?
available tackles. Let's see.
OT.
So I went right there. I went right by him. There you go.
So we got Josh Simmons, Kelvin Banks Jr. I've been seeing a lot of. I think. Ooh, this is tough actually.
Right. There's the drop off is significant here.
Guard as well. I think they could go tackle.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on a whim. It's kind of a wild one, but we're gonna
Yeah,
go Kelvin Banks. I'll go the second one.
I like it. I mean, I've seen Kel Banks marked pretty high. I don't hate that. I mean, like Miami definitely does need a little bit of help. I mean, we obviously got Bob Hunt off of them last year, so they're still in the process of retooling that offensive line.
Yeah,
Again, I get the another unenviable task of the Atlanta Falcons,
you're getting the
man.
best
No,
ones.
no, not the Falcons. Oh, I got the Colts. I'm sorry. You got the
The
Falcons.
Colts. Yeah.
There you go.
Nah,
Uh
I have the displeasure of picking for the Falcons.
I can see the Colts here. I could see them going edge here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could see them going edge, but who would they
Could you
go
see a
with?
guy like Malachi Starks going here, or you don't think he's gonna go
I
that
think
soon?
safeties is tough, man. I mean, I think once you get into the teens, I think all bets are off. I could see a Malachi Starks going, but I feel like safeties, they feel like early 20s to me. I mean,
Okay.
the Colts could take a flyer on him, but I've been kind of keeping my eye on Mike Green here, seeing if either one of us took him. I think Mike Green's going to end up becoming a Indianapolis Colt here because I
Okay.
really do believe that they need edge rush help in a big way.
All right. I don't hate
And
that.
this is an important draft for them. This is an important draft for them.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
Atlanta Falcons.
Did Falcons already pick, or this is their first pick?
That's their first pick. It's their first
Okay.
pick. Yeah, I'm gonna go
All right.
back.
Falcons always seem to do something wild,
Yeah.
so we gotta go. We gotta get wild. Wide receiver.
Oh, wide
Um,
receiver.
they always seem to get something that they don't need. Something not important,
like
like getting a
Michael
Michael
Pignus
Penix.
when you have a multi-hundred million dollar contract for Kirk Cousins. Yeah, no,
Just
it is.
Michael Penix, Bijan in the top 10 a couple years
Yeah,
back. Like
yeah.
they just always seem to do something just so
Just
unnecessary.
yeah.
They've been so neglected to the pass rush, so I don't see them going pass rush.
Okay.
What's who's top on the board? Okay, so we got um
Walter,
edge and
Walter Lee.
linebacker.
Yeah. Shahadi
Um
Campbell.
best on the board. Uh yeah, let's go Jahad Campbell. Let's say they'll go linebacker. Best available.
Yeah.
They seem to. I mean, I did just say they neglect pass rush, but I don't know if
Yeah.
Campbell is really pass rush, but exactly. But
Yeah.
I don't know. They're an interesting team. Falcons just draft weird.
They really do. They really do. Okay, so that gives me the Cardinals. They need a guard, defensive line, and cornerback. Guard, defensive line, and cornerback. So, you know what? I'm gonna do something crazy here for the Cardinals. I'm gonna say they're gonna take a flyer on Shamar Stewart. I'm gonna say
Okay.
the Cardinals are gonna take a flyer on Shamar Stewart. They're gonna improve that edge. Shamar Stewart's got the prototypical size, not prototypical production, and I could see that this is a range where you draft a guy that looks the role, and you feel like you have a guy that can coach him up. So you have
Be
the
ready for
Bengals.
that though, because
Yeah,
it seems like every year we have these mocks, and everyone's so sure about what each team's gonna get. And
yep,
I mean, I'm surprised every year because they take a flyer.
yep.
They take
They
a
take a flyer.
team. These teams take somebody no one expected, like a
Yep.
offensive lineman from a team no one even knew about. Um,
Facts.
so just be ready for that tomorrow. Don't be surprised
I
if
agree.
certain teams get certain players that no one expected. You got
I
to
agree.
expect the unexpected.
I
So,
agree. So you have the
um,
Bengals.
yes, Bengals spent about half the price of the city of Cincinnati on two receivers. S- nah,
It's
I love both of them.
I
I
do
love,
too, but man, dang, did they just commit hard on that, man?
they sent the house.
They really did. They
So
emptied the entire Brinks truck out.
oh yeah, they unloaded the truck. All that they got private jets now and all that.
It's
Probably.
crazy. So
Um,
so what you're saying? You see them taking a receiver here?
right?
Could you imagine?
Probably. Oh my gosh. Um, so Yeah, I'll keep it simple. Bengals spent a lot of money on offense this offseason. I think their offense is ready to compete with anyone.
Yeah,
But the offense hasn't been the issue.
yeah,
They can score points all day long. They went bat to bat with the Baltimore Ravens twice. I think they
yeah,
put up 40 on them both games.
yeah,
Scoring's not an issue. It's just
yeah,
defense. I don't know what's going on over there. They've been letting guys they need walk or
yeah,
seek trades or
yeah.
other signings. Um, let's see. The looks like their biggest needs are guard, D line, linebacker.
I did want to point out that the free fall on Shador in our draft is real. We are pick 17 and Shador has not been picked up. So
Yeah,
I just
this
wanted to say not that the Bengals are going to pick up Shador, but I remember that right at the last second that Shador is in pure free fall right
it's legit. It's
now.
legit. I could also be ready for something crazy like a Dallas getting Shador with their pick too.
Could you ever imagine what the kind of
Because Jerry Jones getting
drama that
is
would
really
cause?
close with Dion.
Yeah, he is.
They got a very close
Yeah,
relationship. I mean,
yeah.
Dak is on the hot seat. I mean, he should have been on the hot seat like 3 years ago.
I
So
agree. I agree.
be ready. I mean,
I'm not a Dak supporter at all.
just saying, something to watch out for. Like anything can happen tomorrow night. It's gonna be
Agreed.
exciting.
Agreed.
It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna go on a whim. It's not on any of their team
Yeah.
needs. I'm gonna go Starks.
I knew you were going to do it. I had a feeling. I'm looking at it. I'm like, he's going to pick up Malachi Starks.
They just
Absolutely.
need somebody on defense. I think he's
Yeah.
probably. I actually do like Jade Barron,
Yeah.
the
Jade Barron.
cornerback on Texas. He
Yeah.
balled out
Yeah.
against Arizona State. I watched that whole. Him and Muhammad, the
Yeah.
safety in
Yeah.
Texas, are they? Oh my god,
Yeah.
those dudes can hit.
Yeah.
Barron specifically can cover. Like oh my,
Yeah.
all heck, he can cover. Got just great length, technique. Just a freak of an athlete.
No, I can agree
But
with
yeah, I
that.
think they get the best safety.
Yeah.
They just something. They need something. I know they got a safety last year, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, they just go safety. I don't know.
All right.
They need them.
So
They need
I'm going to
help.
say the Seahawks are going to begin what they believe is a rebuild of the Legion of Boom, and they're going to draft Donovan Ezeraku from Boston College, edge rusher. He's got the size and production to back it up. Just not a household name because he plays in the ACC. He doesn't play in the NFL G League, which is also known as the SEC. So
Yeah, facts. SEC is huge, man. We love the SEC.
it really is. It really is.
All
So
right.
you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, sir.
We got Tampa. I believe they just re-signed Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is coming back.
Yeah.
Buccaneers have been good. They've been doing enough just to get by. 500 team, but I mean they've been making playoffs, competing the last few years.
Yeah.
I could see them going defense.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure who they have at corner. Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
Or no,
Carlton Davis.
he just left for the Lions.
Oh, he
right?
did. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. Potentially. Who do they have at tight end?
Tight end. Is it don't they have that what's his name? I can't think of his name. Goofy dude.
I don't even remember.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh no, Carlton Davis went to New England.
That's right. He did. But
Yeah.
I think he was at Tampa at one point. Anyways,
Yeah, he was. He left Tampa to go to New England. And
that's right.
then
Okay. And then somebody went from somebody got Detroit got somebody in replacement.
yeah.
I think
I think
they
you're
got
right.
they got another corner. I can't remember where from. It's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody let me know in the comments if you get this far in the video. But yeah, I think they got a replacement corner from Pittsburgh or somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Anyways, I think they go what they need edge defender.
Edge,
Just because
linebacker, D back.
I'm gonna go James Pierce here. I know teams just division especially they just love to irritate me and get players I
Yeah.
love. So
Yeah, absolutely.
they need. I mean, they could use pass rush help.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of potential. I could see
Yeah.
him. I just see it. I don't know, him just wreaking havoc for us, for the Carolina down the stretch
I can
in
see
the
that.
next few years. So
Absolutely. I can tell you that Denver is not upset with their offense right now. They do need running back, wide receiver, center, but I think they get to this point. They see Walter Nolan sitting there, and they just can't help themselves. And Walter Nolan becomes a Bronco.
okay, all right,
Is this it? Is this the moment? Should I go ahead and do this?
we can do it. This is it. They have to. They don't have anyone at quarterback. You just get a guy like DK Metcalf. Like, you got to bring someone in. He's been sitting in that green room, or he's been sitting in Colorado, his Colorado home. I think this is exactly where you want him. He's going to be fired up. Shador's going to be pissed off, ready to go.
Yeah.
You give him a guy like Mike Tomlin.
I think it's the perfect like combination. I think it's a perfect marriage. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I
So
mean, best fit. You put him in a situation where he can start right away.
yeah.
He's gonna be doing the perfect timing in Pittsburgh. It's perfect timing in Pittsburgh. So yeah, it just makes sense, and I like it. I'm not mad at that at all. I can see that.
So I'm kind of looking ahead because I'm looking in. I'm like, man, Chargers need a receiver. I see Luther Burden the third, who I absolutely adore. But then I look down a little bit and I see Matthew Golden, who I like equally, and then Emeka Egbuka, like I like him as well. But I think between the three, I think this is definitely a wide receiver, and I think they're going to end up in if the Chargers are sitting here with those three receivers available, they're going to go Luther Burden the third.
Interesting. Okay.
Now Green Bay, you're at home. Like the draft is being held at your home. You can't goof this one up. Who are you going with? Because
Uh,
Jordan Love is sitting there. Jordan Love's probably going to be out there announcing this pick. By the way,
I could see Green Bay. It feels like it makes sense. I feel like he fits the mold of a Green Bay receiver. I'm gonna go Emeka Egbuka.
There you go.
Savvy veteran guy.
Yeah.
He's been one of the. I think he was a 4 or 5 star coming out of high school, but he's never been the best on the team. You had
Right.
Marvin Harrison,
Yeah.
last year, and you had Jeremiah Smith this year. I think he plays a perfect role. He doesn't have to be the guy, but he has the potential to be the guy. He's a wide receiver one caliber.
I agree.
I think that's a good fit if they're gonna go receiver there.
For the Minnesota Vikings, their division rival,
Yep.
I think they're looking at the board and they said, man, like, how did the 11th ranked player get this far? And we absolutely need a defense back. So Jahdae Barron becomes a Minnesota Viking in our mock draft. You're the Texans, Houston Texans, D'Amico Ryans, CJ Stroud.
So wide receivers have been a problem. I think their defense is top 3 in the league.
They're solid.
They gave KC a run for their money in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And they wreaked absolute havoc in the first round.
Yeah.
But receiver's been the big problem. And I think hopefully you get Nico, Tank, and Matthew Golden into the postseason healthy. They're gonna be scary.
So Matthew Golden stays home. Goes to the Houston Texans. All right, LA, they are a bit of a mess. They need some help. They need a tight end, a tackle, a linebacker, and a cornerback. And I keep watching Colston Loveland, and he's just hanging out here, waiting for a team that just desperately needs a tight end. Obviously not as good as Tyler Warren, but man, he's not super far off, and he is the 16th ranked player on this, and I can't dispute it, right? He's in my top 20. And he's a tight end. He did very well at Michigan. I think they run this one in.
I think it fits the mold. Also, they have his former teammate over there.
Absolutely.
Can't remember his name right
yeah,
now.
I know
The running back.
Yeah, absolutely.
The running back.
So
don't hate
Baltimore
me,
Ravens. No, you're good.
Baltimore Ravens. There's been trade rumors here.
Yeah, very much.
Potentially with Mark Andrews. So I know it's not on there, but tight end's also on there.
Yep.
I mean, Their team needs are interesting because I mean they're ready. They're ready now. It's just
They really are ready
Lamar
now.
in the playoffs is he's just a shell of himself.
Yeah, he does. For some reason, he just doesn't show. I mean, and every team seems to give him their best shot, and they just can't overcome.
Yeah, I mean he played a lot better this offseason. I will this
Yeah,
postseason. He played a really complete game.
yeah.
Offense. I mean, offense really is a problem. Edge defender. Uh, DB. Um, shoot. We'll say they go Nick Scorton from Texas A&M. I'm going
I
to
like
win
that.
here.
I like that pick. I
They
like
just
that pick.
it's a little bit of a wild pick.
Yep.
Highly, I mean, they could take him. They could always use pass rush. They did
Hmm.
just lose Clowney from last year.
Yeah, they did.
So I mean, you can never go wrong with bulking up your pass rush.
So the disappointing Detroit Lions. Sorry, Lions fans, but that was a pretty sorry performance. I didn't want to be the one to tell you. I'm sure you already know.
They balled out, but JD5 is different. I mean,
Dude,
different.
silly.
Washington is going to be
Silly.
scary this year.
They are scary. It's so sad that that we have another team to fight with in the NFC. We just can't get our job. We have to win their division, and that's going to be tough enough because Bake is coming back. Atlanta's showing improvement. I mean, the only team that we can definitely say we're better than is the Saints. But I mean, we did beat Atlanta, the Atlanta team that needed a playoff. They needed a win to get to the playoffs, but it was over by the time the game ended. But all right,
Yeah.
I'm not going to droll on. So the Detroit Lions, you need a wide receiver, you need a guard, you need an edge rusher, you need a linebacker. Let's see what we got here. Wide receiver, guard, edge, linebacker. Don't want to go too far off the beaten path because I still think you could use best available here. Do you add to that cornerback room? You could, but I don't think it would be the best use of assets. Let's see.
It seems like that's been a little running theme for them, though. They get getting Terry and Arnold last year.
Yeah.
Not saying that they do it here, but it just seems like they've been trying to establish a presence in the DB room.
You know what? Let's give him an edge rusher. Let's give him Michael Williams. Let's get him in the first round. I think Michael Williams would add to that Detroit Lions defense quite nicely. He's a prototypical size, a little shorter than he's not short. He's prototypical size. There's another guy saying it. But Michael Williams, the other side of that Georgia edge rush. Wonderful player. I think he's a great value pick for them. And it'll help shore up that pass rush. So sir, you have the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. I actually think that they bulk up the D line. I'm gonna go Kenneth Grant. That's not on there as a team need. But I mean, defense honestly was their biggest issue.
Yeah.
Against I can't even think about it. Philadelphia.
Yep.
So I mean, you can always add to the defense. I mean, they're a couple pieces on defense away from being a Super Bowl contender. So
agreed. I feel like Buffalo has been kind of like a little corner starved. I think Trey Amos is going to be a really good pickup for them. At least just to add some depth, to give them some more options. I know DeMar Hamlin's still there. And I feel like they're kind of keeping him on, like, I mean, he's a good athlete, don't get me wrong, but I feel like he's kind of hanging on there. And they probably really need to try to at least attempt to upgrade that cornerback room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kansas City, the runners up.
They always seem to get somebody that everyone wants.
Facts.
They always seem to get away with something. I don't know. They just got a lot of issues with receiver right now. I'm shocked that that's not a team need.
I mean, you can draft. You're the GM. You can draft for them.
Best available receiver. They got A.O. Manor. I don't see him going day one. I'd be shocked. I mean, he's really good. That'd be kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get too nuts. They need a tackle. Looks like. I know offensive line was a huge issue for them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Who you like?
Let's go Josh Cornerly Jr.
All right, I like it.
from Oregon.
I like it. That's a good pick.
Go Ducks.
Go
My
Ducks.
Ducks.
Oh, I love my Ducks.
We'll wrap it up with my Ducks.
There we go. So I've got the Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. They need wide receiver, guard, edge, and cornerback. Benjamin Morrison is intriguing, but I also know that they
lost Slade too. Don't forget they lost
yeah,
Slade to
that's true. That's true. So
Pittsburgh.
they really do. Like I probably shouldn't have like so I think this is like a pick where they really need to make sure they keep at least a fresh guy in there. So I think Benjamin Morrison's gonna wrap out to round out the first round.
I like it.
And let's
Granted, you
see.
do have a guy like Cooper DeJean. You have some upcomers.
Yeah,
I forget the other cat's name.
yeah,
He had I believe he had the other pick interception in the I think it was the NFC championship.
yeah,
Can't remember his name right now. But they have some young talent at DB.
yeah.
But I definitely like that.
I like what we did here. I like what we did here. I mean, I did cop out and go Jalen Walker because I really do feel like that's like that. That's I mean, again, my preference is to trade out of this spot, get down in this range right here, and grab again another worthy edge guy. As you can see, there's a bunch of edges that in our draft that went there. I mean, you got it. I mean, you still getting James Pierce Jr. at 19. So I mean, like get Pittsburgh, have Pittsburgh give you some assets, let them go up and grab Shador. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. So just kind of give you guys a view of our draft. I
I
think we
like
did
that.
I think we did a wonderful job. So here's what I'll tell you. I appreciate all of you that stayed around to watch our draft because we are super excited. We are excited about the draft show tonight. Uh, Pick 8 like can't come soon enough for me. And it's like this seems like honestly this is probably the most hopeful I felt in a couple of years. Probably since Ron Rivera was here, thinking that hey he was going to make it. That David Tepper was going to end up keeping him, and then having going to Matt Rule, a guy I really didn't care for at all. Frank Reich, I have to admit I was pretty excited about, and I did not exceed that going the unmitigated disaster that it was. And then, picking up Dave Canales, I've been hopeful. I was a little nervous because we were interviewing somebody that nobody else has on their interview board. And he's been a pleasant surprise. I mean, I think picking up 5 wins, and I think we're well on our way to picking up picking up a couple more. I mean, I think we could, I'm not going to do our season guesses yet, but I think he'll show some improvement. But I mean, that we'll save that for another episode. But I mean, as we get ready to, end this thing here, I mean, I do want to remind our viewers that it's this thing only works if you guys are here with us, right? Like, I mean, this is a wrap, right? It's a wrap for this particular episode of Panther Pedigree. But before you roll out, I
Yeah,
need you to
show us
do
some. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, I jumped the curb. So
No, you're
I'm
good.
getting excited thinking about the draft. Got me excited, man. Yeah, but before you guys go, show us some love. If you like the video, give it a like. And don't forget to comment. Who would you like to see us get at 8? And make sure you hit the subscribe button.
All right, we're bringing that black and blue heat all season long, and you don't want to miss what's next because I'm telling you right now, we've got some real great episodes planned. I know this one went a little bit long, but we tried to do a reaction show on the interviews, and then we wanted to make sure we get our first and final in. So,
I hope you guys stuck around to the end. Appreciate you guys who are still here watching. Keep pounding, keep subscribing, share, and let all your friends know, or those who may be Panthers fans or even just sports fans. Keep riding with the pedigree.
All right, we want to thank you all. We want you to be blessed. We're out.
Stay safe. Go Panthers.